if there's a secret sauce to today's event, it's simply getting all of you in the same room and some of you around the same table. It's not just the usual suspects from one area. As you'll see from your list, these are people from agriculture, academia, conservation, business, government, you name it. So I don't know about you, but to me, that sounds like opportunity. It sounds like opportunity for a place that's less than an hour from that.
Part of the Heritage Tourism Initiative is to we have two pilot projects because we can't do an initiative in 114 counties and 2 cities in a small amount of time. So we picked 2, and it's creating what we call a German Heritage Corps because we have the second largest German immigration pattern in the United States of America. We want to commemorate that. I guess we can say celebrate that.
And so these little towns, when the canal stopped being really largely used for commercial use, they sort of withered on the vine until the trail is built. And this is the executive summary that's also out there, and you're going to be astounded. You're going to be astounded. This is happening all over the United States.
Because you can't go to Walmart and get another load of topsoil that you just washed down to the Missouri River. I'm up here to tell the story that we are conservationists. We are concerned about what we do and how we do it. Now, I'm going to propose a question to you before I end. So in 20 years, who's going to fix the fences? Who's going to have the calluses and blisters? And who's going to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and walk through the heifers? My own opinion is we're in a crisis.
So what's the problem? Well, there are many of them. One is the rapid pace of development in many communities, and Hubie talked about the development that is coming towards Warren County, and you're not going to stop growth. And land preservation is not a no-growth type of program. It's really a challenge to figure out where you want the development to go and where it makes sense to do land preservation.
Drought in the Southwest United States is not easily resolved. Abundant, reliable water is a Missouri asset. You know, at our intakes in West St. Louis County, enough water passes by that spot in a day to satisfy the demand of our 1.2 million population that we serve there for a whole year. Now, that is magnificent. According to the US EPA, Missouri has $8.4 billion, with a B, dollars of water infrastructure replacement that's needed, and $5.2 billion in wastewater infrastructure needs over the next 20 years. As we invest in system improvements, we are creating local and regional jobs across the economic spectrum.
So we started working on a project. Our mission is to ignite and sustain lifelong connection, right, to science, to make it personal, to make it relevant, to make it a part of what we're all about, and what agriculture is all about. You've heard the statistics. It's daunting to know what changes are going to take place in our farm community and who's going to step in and take that, and how many, you all know, but how many of the urban population really knows where the food comes from and what it's like, and all the misconceptions around food, all the misconceptions around farming. We want to kind of expose some of the real stuff that's happening in our farm community.
While I was working on today's meeting, I thought, what would be success from this meeting? And obviously, if each of you goes home meeting one person that you didn't know before that you think, gee, I could work with them on something. We could cook up something good for Missouri River country. That would be good. If you learn about a new organization, that would be great. But the real home run would be that if next year this time, we have to find an even bigger and better venue than this. And we've got twice as many people as this year, and we've got a couple great programs going on with some new collaborations that have been formed out of today. So I'd like to have everyone think about what we can do to move all this stuff we're talking about today to some type of new collaborative work between everybody in the room.